Next, we have Ivan Mayrina of GMA7.
Mr. President, good afternoon. I'm Ivan Mayrina. I represent GMA Integrated News. Before I proceed to my two questions, I'd like to ask a follow-up question from Cheryl's question earlier about the latest incident in Ayungin Shoal. Mr. President, how do you intend to resolve the seeming disconnect between what gets agreed upon at your level, at the top level, and what gets implemented out at sea? I know you said there is no compromise yet, but in the meantime, our fishermen are being prevented from engaging in their livelihood.
Well, I think the actions that are needed are really from the Chinese side, and that is because we do not send Coast Guard boats into what we consider their waters or international waters. They stay within Philippine waters. And so that hopefully, as I said, the reason that it was important for me, let me clarify what we talked about with President Xi. And it was very simple. I said we have to raise the level of discourse between the Philippines and China. Now, we already have a bilateral group that's working on issues about the South China Sea. Now, my proposal is that we bring that bilateral group to a higher level. It's a sub-ministerial level ngayon. So let's bring it to a ministerial level. And I will ask my foreign secretary to be part of it. I will ask my ambassador to China to be part of it. And I guarantee you that if there is any decision that needs to be made, either of those gentlemen can pick up the telephone and talk to me. And within 5 minutes, we will have a decision. I hope that China can do the same. And that is what the President Xi was agreeable. And he said, why not? So he assigned his foreign minister to take care of the details. That's what we're working on now. Now, with the power structure in the People's Republic, I think that if the President Xi, puts out an order that we will not do that anymore, we will do something else, then I think it will be. I think the chain of command is fairly solid. That because again, we will be able to report any violations of whatever agreement we come to.
Unang tanong ko pala. Kamakailan po naglabas ng video si First Lady Lisa tungkol sa, naglabas siya ng warning sa mga taong gumagamit daw ng kanyang pangalan para ma-appoint. Apparently, it had something to do with appointments at the AFP. At sinabi niya, pag ginawa niyo yan, sasabihin ko sa asawa ko, huwag kayong i-appoint. My question, Mr. President, is how involved is the First Lady in your decisions with regard to appointments and in your governance in general?
Zero. She really has no input on that. The First Lady helps me in terms of the organization because she's actually very, very good at that. Organizing which office, how the workflow goes, where the documents go through. She's a well-trained lawyer, so she's very good at that. And but that's the extent of it. We don't talk policy together. I mean, she'll comment. She generally say that that looks good, that doesn't look good. I don't know why you're doing that. That's fine. That's what a great idea. But that's it.
Do you consult her in difficult decisions?
Not political. Not political decision. Legal. Oh yeah, legal. I will ask her. I will ask whenever there's a legal question. I'm not a lawyer, so I need an expert opinion. She's right next to me most of the time, so I can turn to her. I am very lucky, actually. I think I have the best legal representation of any president. I have a former Chief Justice as my executive secretary. I have JPE, who is working as a legal advisor to the president. And between all of these experts and legal luminaries, that's the only time that the discussion may include Lisa. But she doesn't come to the office and sit with us at all. If I have something to ask her, it's usually definitions. Define to me what is the legal definition of this? What is the legal definition of that? When they talk about this, what do they mean? What's the legal concept behind that? It's usually, that's the kind of question, because she's a teacher. So that's the kind of question I ask her.
Last question, sir. Madalas nyo rin pong isama si Congressman Sandro sa inyong mga biyahe at sa inyong mga engagements. The question is the congressman being groomed as the next Marcos president?
Sandro? No. He's not being... we're not grooming him for anything. He's grooming himself. He has decided on this career in politics, and he will handle it the way he does. There's not some long-range plan that one day Sandro is going to be president. He will actually laugh in your face if you tell him that. But no, there's no. We don't think in those sense. He has worked in Ilocos Norte. Even talk of the presidency would be so premature, and it's not something that we plan. I mean, we'll see. I think he has the same attitude as I do. I'll take this as far. I'll do as well as I can, work as hard as I can, and take this as far as I can. Which is exactly what I said. Well, like when people talk about did you plan this to be president? I said, well, I was a congressman. I said, well, masarap din siguro mag-presidente, no? Governor ba? All these problems na hinaharap ko, maayos ko sana ito kung presidente na ako. Senador, ganun din. Diba? Everybody dreams to be the number one position. But that doesn't mean that we're plotting. We have this long-range plan. Not at all. Not at all. He's too busy anyway. He has too much work anyway. The reason he accompanies us is because he's an author of the Maharlika Bill, the Maharlika Fund Bill, and sometimes he has I had an interview with Financial Times. He took over when it came to the Maharlika Bill because I had somewhere else to go. So siyang nag-explain. Author naman siya, dapat alam niya. So these recent trips, that's the reason why he has been with us.
Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you.
Well, on that note, thank you so much, Mr. President. Thank you so much.
One round lang.
No round.
Round two. But let's wrap it up. Yeah, thank you so much to our friends in media, our anchors and broadcast media for being here in our sit down with Mr. President.